Hello and good morning from Grand Turk in the Turks and Caicos Islands. So we have pulled into port now. I wanted to come up to the deck. It's about 6 o'clock in the morning right now. I wanted to get some coffee and maybe some fruits. It's pretty early, but I also wanted to see if I could see the sunrise. It's pretty quiet on the ship this early in the morning, but nonetheless, it is so beautiful down there on the beach. I'm so ready to port. Having double port days is pretty cool. And we should be having some breakfast here hopefully pretty soon. Right there is the tiki bar. Right here is one of the mini ice cream locations where you can get some soft serve or some froyo. I did just get some coffee for Brennan right over here to bring back to the room. This is a very popular part of the ship over here, so it's really cool to see it like this with nobody here. All right, so I just followed the deck around to the aft of the ship back here. Right there is the roller coaster and the miniature golf course. Down there is a pool and a jacuzzi, and I'm heading down to that level because that is where the marketplace is. So I'm going to see if I can get some fruit. That's pretty cool. You can see another cruise ship way over there off in the distance. We are going to be coming back here a little bit later because we do want to have breakfast at Big Chicken. So there's Big Chicken right over there. You can either go to the Lido Marketplace through a door over there or one over here by this bar. There's a couple different entrances, and then there's a couple different buffet locations. I believe there's two at either side. Yes, so there's a buffet way down there, and then there's another buffet right over here. Gonna go ahead and grab some fruits, and then straight ahead is the pool slash party deck. All right, so I have some fruits and some coffee here, bringing this back to the room so I can share it with Brennan, and then we can go back to Big Chicken and have some breakfast. All right, I am not sure if they do this every single day, but literally all of these towels are little towel animals out on the deck. They're starting to pull the nets out of the pool, but literally every single towel on every deck chair is some sort of little creature, and it is adorable. This is so cool. Do they do this every single day? Wow. All right, so I'm back in the room. It's about 7 o'clock. I can see the dock down there, and the cruise ship that I saw earlier this morning has pulled up next to us. This is the Carnival Elation. This was ported with us yesterday at Amber Cove, and here it is again. Isn't that cool? It's so interesting to compare this cruise ship with that one and just the amenities that they have and the layout of their boat versus our boat. It's pretty cool. I'm looking at their deck chairs down there, and they have little towel animals on all of their chairs. We have them on ours. I saw that this morning. We really do. Cute. Okay, and here we are heading back to Big Chicken, and Brennan's seeing all the little animals. Isn't it funny? I love it so much. It is just so creative. Okay, so I think we're both gonna get what we got the other day, the chicken and biscuit with the chili honey glaze syrup, and then I might get the 3 cheese omelet too with the cheddar, Monterey Jack, and Swiss cheeses. All right, so we got our food outside, and then I wanted to run inside of the buffet to get some bacon and sausage and breakfast potatoes and coffee as well. Okay, so I am incredibly excited for this. There's my omelet right there. There's my chicken biscuit. Have some orange passion fruit guava juice and some chocolate milk there, and then everything that I got from the buffet inside. And we're just sitting here right by the window, just checking out where we're about to go and explore today. All right, so we are all done with breakfast, and I ended up getting a Bloody Mary from the bar right over there. Also, this is pretty cool. You can see just comparatively with the ship next to us just how far back our boat is compared to the Carnival Elation, which is pretty cool. So yeah, I think we're heading back to the room to change into our swimsuits. There's also a froyo and a soft serve location back here as well, which is cool. Passing by one of the buffets here and back out onto the deck and then back to the room. I still want to go to this Red Frog bar at some point during this cruise, although Brennan's been a couple times and every time her drink has been really sour. So I don't know, but maybe I'll get a drink that I like. Okay, so we just got off of the ship and here we are heading towards the port. Or towards land, I guess. It's pretty cool to be walking pretty much underneath the bow of the boat and just seeing how it's anchored here. Well, that's where we're walking all the way over to the land. Both here and Amber Cove have been pretty nice in terms of walking from the boat to get to the shore compared to Nassau. Look how blue and clear the water is. So we did wear swimsuits. I brought my GoPro today because it seems like we're gonna be spending a good amount of time on the beach, potentially over here. There's the sign for Grand Turk. There's more of the beach right over there, and we're heading inside here to probably head into another marketplace, I'd imagine, like yesterday. Okay, sure enough, here we are walking around a little marketplace here. We might go back in the opposite direction to go to that beach area if we have access to it, but There's a beach over here. I think that there's also a pool area. Okay, so we stopped off in a little gift store, just seeing what sort of souvenirs they have in here that we might potentially get for either ourselves or someone from the family. They of course have a ton of these rum cakes that I got in. Oh, where was it? This was a Nassau. There's some photo albums here, and this is the Caribbean here. There's Nassau and the Dominican Republic, and then this is where we are right now, the Turks and Caicos Islands at Grand Turk. And there's Florida way back there. How cool is that? Okay, that was the Caribbean Outpost right there, which we might come back to at some point. We also went into this Ron John surf shop for just a minute, but we didn't really see anything over here. There's the Mardi Gras right there, and we have stumbled upon a Margaritaville right over here, which is pretty cool. And then there's a pool area right over here as well. Okay, so this is just a little pool area. Looks like there's some cabanas back over there, but I think we're heading back in the other direction, or we're trying to get to the beach. Okay, so that's the beach, and we were checking at a few other gift shops. I think I want to get this for Travis and Christine and Margot. It's an adorable little story. I looked through it, and then I might get the little plush to go along with it, but I'll probably get this on the way back to the cruise ship. Okay, so I think we're heading back to Margaritaville to maybe relax a little bit, get out of the sun because it's incredibly hot, and then we'll probably go to the beach at some point. Okay, so we just walked through the Margaritaville entrance, and here we are outside by the pool that we saw a little bit earlier. I think we're gonna get a table here in just a minute. All right, so we came up to the second level of Margaritaville here. Myself and Brennan got a couple drinks. I got this Turk's Head lager here, which is pretty fun. And then Brennan, you got yourself something there?
It's just a coconut and pineapple smoothie, that's it.
It looks good. There's the beach down there. You can see the Mardi Gras off in the background. It is beautiful here. Okay, so we just had some food and drinks right up here. Now we're heading back downstairs. I don't know if we're gonna be going to the pool or going to the beach. There's the pool right there. We were right up there on that second floor. Now we are heading towards the beach right over here. Okay, we're trying to find a spot over here somewhere. There's our massive cruise ship, obviously, right there in front of us, which is a pretty fun backdrop. All right, so I'm on my GoPro now. Brennan and myself are getting in the water. It's a little bit cold.
It is cold.
Which is pretty interesting, right?
Yeah.
So the water is absolutely beautiful right now. It is so blue. I think I just need to go for it. I just need to dunk myself down into the water. Here I go. Okay, I think Brennan's about to do it. Is she gonna do it? She's so scared. Yeah, you did it. It's not that bad, right?
Oh God, it was so cold.
All right, so we are both in now. It's a little bit chilly, but this is absolutely beautiful. I love just walking around down here. I'm gonna go and put this underwater. Okay, so I think we're going to go over to the rope as far as we can go in terms of getting close to the Mardi Gras. Brennan saw some fish over here somewhere. Okay, so this is as close as we can get to the Mardi Gras. Sorry if I'm a little muffled right now. What?
The rope is gross.
Yeah, it's a little mildewy. All right, so I'm going to swim in this direction, see if I can see any fish down here. All right, so we made it back over to an area where we can stand up because way out there by the buoys and the rope, we cannot stand up, which makes sense because it's pretty close to a massive cruise ship. But I don't know if I saw any fish. I just sort of stuck the GoPro in the water and just recorded. Hello, Brennan.
Guys.
Isn't it pretty out here?
It is.
Are you having a good time?
I am.
I am too. I was most looking forward to this, just being out actually in the ocean, in the water, and the water is just so gorgeous. And just having the carnival right behind you is just so neat. We're literally swimming underneath our cruise ship almost.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever done that.
Really?
No.
All right, this is pretty cool. I'm heading all the way to the rope over here. I'm getting a little bit further down towards the buoys down here, and I can walk straight up to the rope right here. Way down there, it's very, very deep, but over here I can just walk straight up to it. Well, it took a surprising amount of energy, but I've almost made it over to the boundary of the swimming area over here because there's boating and tubing, it looks like, over on the other side of the beach. Whew! I made it. Okay, this is as far over as I can go. about halfway down the carnival. And then here's the other beach. Alright, so I went to shore and I walked all the way down. And there's Brennan right over there, so I'm meeting back up with her. Woo, that was quite a workout. Hello. Don't know if you can hear me right now because he just put it underwater, but I gave Brennan the GoPro.
Hello.
I made it back over to her after being separated, which is a great thing to happen on an island in the middle of the ocean. But we've been having a good time, right?
Yeah.
Yay. We're gonna hang out a little bit longer and then probably go find your parents.
Yeah, because we're watching our stuff right now.
And then see what else we want to do on the island.
How do you feel being this close to our ship?
It is really cool, and what I really did like, you didn't know this, but way over there by the rope, by the buoys,
Yeah.
you actually can like walk up to that. So like getting any closer than here, there's like a bit of a drop off and you have to like tread water. But way down there you can actually like walk up to it. Okay, so I think we're about ready to head back to the shore to meet back up with your parents, right? Just to go ahead and grab our belongings, and then maybe we'll kind of just walk along the beach a little bit, maybe explore a little bit more before heading back to the boat. Okay, so we're out of the water. We're heading to meet up with Brennan's mom and dad. And then, like I said, maybe we will kind of explore the beach a little bit. All right, so we found Brennan's parents and they went back to the boat. So we are now occupying the beach chairs that they had, just letting ourselves dry off and enjoying the beautiful view. This is like a postcard right now. It is so gorgeous. Okay, so it looks like over here is the Grand Turk local village where they have restaurants and stores, massages. They have snorkeling, scuba diving, stingray adventures, water tubing, wildlife tours, kayaking, jet skiing. So I think we're going to head in the other direction on the other side of the pier just to see what's over there. We might do a little bit more shopping potentially on the way back to the boat, and then I think we're going to be heading back to the Mardi Gras to have some lunch. So we had a couple drinks earlier. We were back over by the Margaritaville pool, and I think we're heading back outside, back to that main shopping center area. There's also a bar out here and then a pool bar too. Okay, so we're heading over to this little shop right over here so I can get that book that I saw earlier for Travis and Christina Margot. All right, so I did end up getting the book. They also had the donkey plush, but I decided to go and just grab the book. And I still want to see if I can try to get something from my mom. There was that bag at the first store that we went to, so we may go back to that. There's a craft market over here that we stopped into, which had a lot of just handmade crafts, of course, and they were really cool. So we came over to the other side of the pier over here, which there's also a beach over here, but it's a little bit less serene than the other side that we were on.
Look way more aggressive over here.
They do, but it's quieter, which is nice. But then you don't get the boat behind you.
What is that over there in the water?
I don't know. Let's go look at it. Not sure what it is, but they're doing massages over here. We should have gotten a massage just on the beach under the shade of the palm trees by the ocean, right?
That would have been cool.
There's like a little area dedicated to space travel over here. There's some more chairs. Looks like this is a bar at one point.
So I think that's what that is in the water.
Yeah, so it looks like it's a beached whale because I believe this is the beached whale bar. So I guess they're doing work on the bar over here because it is closed, but the area is still accessible. We definitely should have come over here. This is really nice. It's very rocky, without a doubt. And there is a beached whale over there. This is a little bit random, but there it is, a massive beached whale. Just right here in the sand and rocks. Look at this guy, he is absolutely massive. And I presume that it is for the bar back over there. Just a big beached whale, just right here in the sand. Okay, so we got some pictures with the big beached whale.
Yeah.
How fun was that?
This is cool.
I didn't even notice that. You saw it off in the distance.
Yeah. I was gonna say this part of the beach was kind of nice to come over to, but yeah, those rocks are bad. I know I already said that, but
Yeah, the side that we were on was definitely more relaxing, but this was a little bit more secluded. Okay, so I think we are heading back to the boat just to make sure that we get back on in time before the boat departs in a couple hours, and then we still need to grab some lunch today. And I don't know what we're gonna be doing for lunch. We might just do our own separate lunch experiences today because we have so many options. Okay, so yes, this is the Beached Whale Bar and Grill here, according to this sign, on the Grand Turks and Caicos Islands. Life is better on the beach. That's fun. All right, so before we go back into the final store, which was the first store of our trip to Grand Turk, I wanted to walk over here just to see what this was. All right, so there's a good amount to read over here, but essentially in 1962, the first American orbited Earth and then landed in Grand Turk. The splashdown was near the Turks and Caicos Islands, so it's pretty significant. Okay, so that was a quick little detour, but now we are heading into the Caribbean Outpost store to get a souvenir for my mama. Okay, so we were looking at these bags here because my mom and dad live in Pensacola and they go to the beach quite often, so I presume that they could use one of these to go to the beach with, and Bren saw them too, and
This is so
I think
cute.
you're gonna get one,
Yeah.
and then I think I'm gonna get this one for my mom, and then you're also getting these turtles, these chocolate turtles with sea salt.
And rum.
Yeah. And here we are heading back to the boats. We did it. We did all of our shopping and we got to relax by the water and we had a drink. We got to go in the water too. That's where we just were about an hour ago, just swimming in the water. Just right there next to the massive Carnival Mardi Gras. How cool was that? So it's still about lunchtime. I think I'd like to go up to the very top level up there and get myself another burger from the Guy's Burger restaurants.
A burger sounds awesome, but I feel like my tummy is just like, no, please, fruit.
Okay, so we're getting back onto the boat right now. We have to get back on the boat right here. There are usually two different areas to embark and disembark the boat, but the boat is so large and the pier is so short, we can only do this one. All right, so we made it back up to our floor. We are back on the boats. Let's go refresh and then get some food because I am very hungry currently. And look what was waiting for us back in the room.
This weird swooshed thing.
I don't know what sort of creature it is, but it's fun.
But he made our little doggy toy look out of the window.
Yeah, look at that. Our little Clifford the Big Red Dog toys looking out of the window, waiting for us to come back to the room.
He's our makeshift Arlo until we can get Arlo back.
All right, so we are back out on the deck, and currently Brennan is going to a place that we have not been to yet. There are tacos and burritos over here. She's getting herself some tacos. There's a bar over here that you can add your toppings to your tacos and burritos. So she's gonna get this, and then I'm gonna go eat a burger. Okay, so Brennan's over at the bar to get her fish tacos prepared. She has some lettuce there, some cheese, some lime, and she's putting on some roasted tomato salsa. Is that it?
I wanted sour cream, but it disappeared.
All right, so now I'm heading right up there to go to the Guy's Burger joint so I can get myself a burger. All right, I'm headed up to Guy's Burger joint. Gonna go and grab my burger, and then I think Brennan's going to meet me up here and we can have lunch together. And there it is, there's my burger. I think Brennan has a table over by the water, potentially somewhere, but I can also go over to this toppings bar and see if I want to put any toppings on my burger and just really get it all on there. Way down there is where we swam a little bit earlier, and here's the table that Brittany got for us. There's my burger, and then there's her fish taco. She got me some watermelon as well. Are you having a good time? Are you enjoying it? It's good? Okay, so we are all done with lunch, and we came down to the pool deck, and apparently today is Dr. Seuss's birthday, so they're having a big Dr. Seuss celebration with cake, and everybody has hats. It's a blast.
Okay, everybody cheer. Count to three. 1, 2, 3. Oh my goodness, this is so good.
All right, so here we are enjoying some delicious cake in honor of Dr. Seuss's birthday. Yesterday was Arlo's birthday. Happy birthday, Arlo.
Happy birthday, Arlo.
The boat made this delicious cake just for you.
Pop up.
All right, so we are heading back to the room. Look at our hats too, celebrating Dr. Seuss's birthday. We're gonna eat this in the room and probably freshen up a little bit because today is technically an elegant, fancy night on the boat. So we can get a little more fancy, and then I don't know what we're gonna do for the next several hours before dinner, but I don't know, we'll see. All right, here we are back on the balcony, and the Carnival Elation, the cruise ship right next to us, is currently pulling out of port. There it goes,
Bye,
Brennan's waving. Bye. Well, that's pretty cool, right?
It was cute because before you came out here, like both boats were like talking to each other, not just like the horns, but like the people. Like we were all just like talking to each other on the back, like, bye, I'll miss you.
Alright, I ran up to the top level to see if I could see the other Carnival ship pulling back, but they move really quickly. I'm walking underneath the bolts and past the mini golf course, and it's already all the way out there. I'm gonna run down the stairs and then probably head back up because I want to get some soft serve, I think, from the ice cream machine. And there it goes. It is pretty interesting because we got here before that ship did, and it's leaving before we are. But nonetheless, I think we're probably going to be leaving here pretty soon, I'd imagine. All right, and I got myself some soft serve ice cream now, which I can bring back to the room. So when we start to pull away from the dock, I probably want to go down to the level that we had dinner at last night just to see us pull away from the dock down there. Okay, never mind. I just went down those stairs and now I'm coming up these stairs. I went back to the room and finished my ice cream. I think we are leaving. Okay, so I misspoke. I am not going to the back of the ship. I'm going to the front of the ship because we're pulling away backwards. We're backing up. This is in the Serenity adults only area of the ship, and I'm just trying to see what I can see from up here. There's Grand Turk straight ahead. That's the dock that we just pulled back from and the beach that we spent the majority of the day at. It's way over there, and we're starting to turn around and head back to Florida. All right, so I'm out of the adults only Serenity section, back over on the other side of the ship, and there's Grand Turk way back there, so we've done a complete 180-degree turn. I probably could have just waited until we turned around and then gone down to, I believe it's the 8th floor. It's the level that we had lunch or dinner at last night, and then it's also the level that guest services is on. Let's see what floor I'm going to. I believe it's floor number 8. And yes. Yes, okay, I'm going to the patio. It looks like they're getting ready for another show down here. It was really hard to find a spot to watch the show last night. Like, it was so popular. Let me tell you, getting from the front of this boat all the way to the back of the ship is quite an adventure. It is quite a journey. I have a good time doing it. I'm getting pretty used to it now, which is good. And I've made it out to the patio, and Grand Turk is all the way back there. So this boat is really moving through the water. Whoops, I just tapped my camera on the glass there. But now we are just heading to Florida. This is technically the conclusion of our cruise. We have one more day at sea tomorrow, and then we are back at Port Canaveral. So this is pretty cool. This is right around the corner from the patio where I just was. This looks like an outdoor pig and anchor smokehouse brewhouse, like food pickup window. This is cool. There's some outdoor seating right there, and then this transitions into another area here, an outdoor seating area. There's another lounge area back there, and then there's more seating for another restaurant. I love that I am still finding areas and parts of this ship that I have not yet explored, and the cruise is almost over. And this is where I go back inside, and I think that, okay, yeah, so this is the sushi restaurant right here, because myself and Vernon went right over there the other day. We went out onto that balcony right over there. And then there's the level of the ship that I was technically not allowed on because I think it's an employee-only area. But again, there were no signs, I'm sorry. So where I just was way over there on that side of the ship. This is the patio here with the pool, and I'm going to go ahead and explore over here on this side of the ship. So there's some jacuzzis back there, there's a bar, there's some lounge chairs right here, and it looks like some outdoor seating straight ahead. I'm pretty sure this is the outdoor seating for the pizzeria inside, and I think Brennan and myself sat right inside that window right there, and then there's another bar right here. There's some seating for the bar back there, and I think that this is the smoking section for the ship, and straight ahead, that is where I've wanted to be this entire cruise, right there, that jacuzzi, the glass walls, but it's not going to happen because that is a special stateroom suite access area, but at least I got pretty close, right? Alright, so I'm back on the 16th level. Here I was just downstairs on the patio, way down there. I met up with Brennan's family. We actually relaxed and hung out for a little bit. Brennan just woke up from a nap, so I'm actually heading back to the room right now. But here we are heading out to sea. The sun will be set pretty soon. But tonight's gonna be a pretty fun night because it's sort of a fancy, elegant night. All right, now I'm on the top level because it's a little bit easier to navigate this and walk across the ship than it is to just walk through the marketplace. Right now is honestly the best time to do the sea coaster or the high ropes course or play basketball. It's so good. It was really hot earlier, but right now it feels phenomenal. Okay, so I'm heading back to the room right now to meet back with Brennan. And by the time we probably get going to dinner, it'll be a little bit dark. All right, so right now we are in Grand Central, and I just stopped off at this bar right over here because I've really been wanting to check it out, and I got myself a drink, which I'm spilling, of course, because these glasses are never kind to me. And there's Brennan's family right there, just hanging out. We're just waiting to go to dinner in a little bit. Okay, so now it is off to dinner. We are just dancing along. We have a couple more drinks. And it's time to have a nice fancy dinner together. We only have 2 more dinners together as a family, tonight and tomorrow night. So tomorrow night's the very final night, so of course we have to eat together, and then tonight's the fancy night, so why not? And of course we are heading back to our usual table in the very back of the restaurant over by the window with a really nice view which would be a little bit better if it was daytime, but it's still very pretty. So these are my entrees. I have the crab cake, I have the shrimp cocktail, I have some stuffed peppers, no, stuffed mushrooms, and then some clam chowder. So this is the entree.
I've done it like 2 or 3 times
Okay,
this year.
and then you also got this.
That's a spinach pie, so like a phyllo spinach pie.
So this is what I got for dinner. This is the entree, the filet mignon with some green beans and some mac and cheese. Not some mac and cheese, some mashed potatoes. Alright, we are all done with dinner. Now we are heading back to the room to get ready to go to a comedy show. So we're going to a comedy show because it's sort of an experience that has eluded us this entire cruise. We've really been wanting to go to a comedy show and we just haven't done it yet. And we ran into Brennan's mom on the way back to the room watching the show that we watched a little bit earlier. This was a fantastic show, by the way. It was so much fun and so entertaining. Alright, so we went back to the room for a little bit and now we're back downstairs because we're trying to get into maybe not this show but the next show for the comedy show here. Okay, so there was another comedy show in the Limelight Lounge. This is the Punchliner Comedy Club, so we are in the right show, and this starts in about 15 to 20 minutes. Alright, we just finished up with the comedy show, which was absolutely hilarious. Now we're heading back to the room. Okay, so on our way back to the room, we came out to the Lido deck, and there is a mega deck dance party going on right now. Hooray! Okay, so we just wanted to see what was going on out here, and we're probably heading back to the room, but this is fun. I love these kinds of activities. So of course, here we are, ending the video in front of the mirror in the room. That was our day at Grand Turk in the Turks and Caicos Islands. We had a good time. I got to wake up and sort of see the sunset this morning. I don't know if I actually told you that, but I got to just walk around the boat. It was very serene and peaceful and quiet. And then after having breakfast, we got to go to the island and just explore. We got to swim in the actual ocean, which was really cool. That was an experience that I really wanted out of this cruise, which was just to swim in the beach. And we did it. Yeah. And then what else did we do today? I had a hamburger. It was great. And then I got to walk around the boat a little bit more. Got to go to a comedy show, which was really cool. And got to have dinner with the family. It was a nice day. It sounds like a pretty simplistic day, but just, I don't know. I had a good time. It felt like a really, really long day. Right now, by the way, the boat is like really swaying kind of a lot.
It's not even like a gradual thing. It's just like you're walking down the hallway and then suddenly it just kind of like pushes you over.
Yeah, it's like a center of gravity sort of a thing. That show, by the way, it was hilarious. It was very...
So dirty.
Yeah, it was really, really dirty, but you knew that. It was rated R, but it was somewhat surprising because I always feel like a lot of people in the audience don't necessarily register that it is that dirty of a show, but it was very risque.
Oh, the show was a struggle because the guy was relying on talking to the audience for his like bits and jokes, but the people that he was talking to were like clearly uncomfortable with the content and they were like refusing to respond back, and it's just like, come on, you chose to come to this rated R comedy show, like throw the guy a bone, like just participate, because then this poor guy didn't have a chance to like go through any of the bits that he probably had planned because he was just sitting there like waiting to hear back from the people.
I still think he did a good job. Just like the variety of entertainment that we've seen on the ship, ranging from musicians to magicians to comedy shows and stunts. It's been really cool just to see the variety of it all, honestly. And we got a couple things from the Grand Turk port that we went to today. Got a bag for my mom right there, and then you got a bag for yourself.
I like these bags so much, and I thought they were so cute that I got myself this one.
Yeah. And
then I got some little
and we've already opened this up, and it's actually
like rum turtles.
Really good. Okay, I think that's pretty much it. I don't know, I'm happy. We've had a good time at all of the places that we ported. We've got a lot of really just fun, specific souvenirs to everywhere that we've been. And tomorrow is just one more day at sea, and then it is back to Port Canaveral, back to Florida. So thank you for hanging out with us. By the way, we are dressing kind of fancy because we had our more...
it was the second elegant night.
Elegant night, yeah, at dinner tonight. So that's why we look kind of nice, I think. I think we look pretty spiffy.
And sunburned.
Yeah, absolutely. So tomorrow we have a lot that we want to do on our final day on the boats. It's going to be a blast. So much fun. Hopefully, presumably. But we'll see you tomorrow. So thank you for watching. Have a great day. And goodbye.
Bye.